Hey there guys, this is Robin Hood, and today I'm going to be bringing you another 2 versus 2 replay in Total War Rome 2. This battle, I'm going to be playing as Egypt, and my ally Arcane.digital.fx is playing as Athens, and our opponents are the Blitz playing as Carthage, and Bird Rape, fun name there sir, playing as the Seleucids. So, it's been a little while since I've uploaded, like a week or so, but I've just been really busy this last week. Spring is finally here where I live, and I have a lot of stuff to do on my property. Also a ton of school stuff, finishing up last year of school here. So that's why that is. I've got this whole upcoming week off though, so you guys should expect quite a few videos over the next few weeks, as I'm going to be making a ton during this time. I've got a ton of replays to show you all, and probably some more. And that actually also includes some Napoleon Total War. I have like 2 replays in that. I'll try to get some more, because I know you guys are fans of the Napoleon replays. But anyways, already this battle's a little bit different. Arcane and I decided to put it to nighttime, so there's the lovely moon up there. Instead of daytime, we're out here. I believe this battle was actually on the Hannibal at the Gates map. But I will go ahead and read off the armies here. So my front line, this battle here, I've got quite a few battles before the last patch. I've got so many replays to show you guys. So this was at the time where Peltists still had 8 ammunition and all that good stuff. Right now they have 7, and that one shot actually makes a huge difference. Slingers, I find, are way more effective when used properly at the moment. But I have got 5 of these light peltists up front. I believe 3 Egyptian pikemen and 2 regular pikemen. The Egyptian pikemen are a little bit lighter of a unit. There you go. Backed up by 3 thorax swords. Then for my cavalry, I have got 3 Ptolemaic cavalry, and then I've got a African war elephant as my general. There those guys are. And elephants have been nerfed just a little bit as well. They don't just truck through as many people as they used to, which was good, because there were times where elephants were just unstoppable. But here Arcane has a ton of cavalry. Most of this is citizen cavalry. You've got 5 citizen cavalry there, and a Hippeus Lancer as his general. And then for his main corps, he as well has got peltists up front, 6 of them, 5 pikemen units, and 3 thorax swords as well. So our actual corps are pretty much the same here. Of course, I brought more expensive cavalry overall, and Arcane went with numbers there, and then I've got the elephants as well. Now our opponents, they definitely have a cavalry threat, even though we've got so much. These Hellenic cataphracts here are not to be messed with. These are a very dangerous unit. There's 4 of them there. In a head-on engagement, they'll beat any one of our cavalry units, but we just have to be careful with our cav and use surroundings, since we've got our numbers there. And then the rest of the Seleucid army here is 2 thorax swords there, 2 shield bearers off on the left, some Syrian heavy archers, and he may have more hidden, I'm not sure. I was pretty certain he had a few more troops, but it's been a while, I can't quite remember. Carthage here went with a very weird build for Carthage. There's 4 of these Libyan peltists. You know, that's good skirmishing force. Noble cavalry there, very good. 2 Carthaginian cav, make that 3. There's one that was kind of scouting about off on our far right flank, their left. But what I was saying, look at this corps. These are Sacred Band. These guys are incredible. I mean, they're really solid hoplite units. But in that is their problem. They're hoplite units. They will hold well in a fight. They'll do really well against cavalry. Against swords, our thorax swords could cut through those units, even though those guys are so heavily upgraded. And they cost a lot. Cost a ton of money. But you use the whip on these guys as they charge in there. They'll cut through it pretty quickly. So, I mean, it's just kind of an interesting army choice there. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. You can see I had moved one Ptolemaic cavalry off to the right, just to kind of hold off the Carthaginian cavalry. Now I'm shifting it back over as Carthage moved over. Obviously, at this point in time, the main cav fight's going to be off on this flank, and now can see total of 8 cavalry units over there, and we've got 6, 7, 8, 8 total as well, actually. Now they've got the better cav overall in that, but I do have an elephant unit there. And at this point we'll hit play. So here go my peltists coming forward. This is going to be a battle between peltists. My opponent's going to fall back pretty quickly here. You can see their little torchman running away because my pikes are being very aggressive. And over here on this flank, this is the key part of this battle. If we lose this cavalry fight, they can easily outmaneuver our pike lines. So cavalry is going to be essential here. And I'm trying to get trample charges on these units with my Ptolemaic cavalry. These Ptolemaic cavalry are incredible shock cavalry. And I got the charge off on these Carthaginian cavs. So that actually is going to help us because we're going to immediately destroy these Carthaginian cavalry. Arcane's moving cav around the flank. And these Hellenic cataphracts are now charging into the back of Carthage. Except for here, these citizen cav are about to get destroyed by Hellenic cataphracts. But overall, the cataphracts did not get a great charge. But this is the problem for them. I've thrown in my elephants. The cataphracts, now especially not even getting the charge, they're not going to be able to do much against my elephants here. So that's that cav fight going on. Meanwhile, over here, the skirmish is still happening. These sword units are trying to get around the flank. Some thorax swordsmen there. Getting a nice throw on my thorax swords. Getting caught on the pikes a little bit here. That's going to be bad for them. But my guys, last second here, are going to get the charge. And Carthage, their cavalry is getting in there too. Now over here you can see one flank is destroyed. And my Ptolemaic cavalry is about to come over and help finish off these last Hellenic cataphracts. So we're winning the cav fight. And over here, you can see Arcane doing very well as these shield bearers are on the front of pikes. This is not where they want to be. They're going to, they've got good armor, so you can see they're not dropping quickly, but they are going to start dropping. They're not going to be able to push through this. So he's going to quick march them away here. Arcane's general back here just kind of chilling. Slight lapse in micro. There he goes. He's going to evade that. But over here, things are getting kind of jumbled. So Carthage has really shifted over, and both enemies are really attacking me. Here, this noble cavalry gets a really good rear charge on my thorax swords. And I'm trying to get my Ptolemaic cavalry over to help. Over here, these guys, once again, another lapse in micro, chasing off some Hellenic cavalry. Now they're going. That's not good. We should have gotten that faster, but you can see Carthage is actually going to punch through my thorax swords there, just with the use of this general unit. Although at this point, my general is free to start coming over with his elephants, and that's going to be the end of these units here. And meanwhile, I'm trying to fall back with my pikes and make these guys engage me from the front. That cavalry's still running amok behind me, though. Still got some pikes over here, and a thorax sword unit doing some damage to this sacred band. And here comes this cavalry into the back again. And now you can see my Ptolemaic cavalry finally coming over and into the fight, and these elephants into the back here. Ptolemaic cavalry is also in these thorax swords, but now that these elephants are in the back, these guys, the scare effect and just the damage these elephants do is going to rout these last units. And at this point, we're still really not worried because Arcane has pretty much his full army here on the flank, starting to move forward. And you can see the rest of Carthage starting to melt away here now too. So I guess I was right. Seleucids have a very small force there. You can see all that's really left is their skirmishers. all these guys here, and I don't even think they may or may not have ammo. We'll see. I withdrew my elephants because of all those skirmishers. That's not something I really want to charge with them. And at this point, my surviving Ptolemaic cavalry and Arcane's citizen cav is going to come in and mop up these guys. But my army's taken kind of a beating, so we're just going to chill out for a moment. Of course, right now we are still taking losses, but I'm not worried about that because of all this cavalry coming in. And now that these guys are being forced to run, I am sending forward the elephants. So these guys are just going to get trampled here. The last little engagement's happening in the back. Here comes Citizen Cav charging into the rear of these cataphracts. It looks like the torchbearer just died because it got darker there. And there you have it. The rest of them are going to rout. So we'll take a look at the stats of that battle. As you can see, they didn't really deploy that much, only 1,080 in Carthage because of all those upgrades on the really expensive Sacred Band units. And Seleucids only brought 990. So once again, they brought really expensive units. They just didn't have the numbers to beat us. You can see I lost pretty much a little over half of my army. And still my remaining half was in numbers almost as much here as the Seleucid army. And of course, Arcane lost almost nobody, so they were just so outnumbered with their army choice, they didn't really stand much of a chance. They made some good headway on my side just because of those elite units and, you know, the cataphracts and everything holding up cavalry. They managed, this Carthaginian noble cav there did well getting behind me and just causing some healthier units to rout. But otherwise, great game to our opponents. Hope you all enjoyed that, and expect a lot more content soon. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time with more.